They're not be showing off those feet.
What's up? I'm Shanice and welcome to the second episode of my cycle syncing series. If you have not already watched the first episode, I strongly encourage you to do so. This way you have a better understanding as to what cycle syncing actually is. If you already caught up, let's get into it.
Yeah, get into it!
Today, we'll be discussing the follicular phase, aka your spring phase. This is the phase following your bleed. Disclaimer, this is about to get real nerdy real quick, but I need for you guys to understand what's going on with your body in order for you to better support your body. You feel me? So the purpose of this phase is to rebuild the uterine lining. How do you rebuild the uterine lining? With hormones. The first hormone we've got is the follicular stimulating hormone. This hormone stimulates egg growth within the follicles, and the follicles are basically fluid-filled sacs that contain eggs in each of your ovaries. Now, the follicular stimulating hormone tells your ovaries that it's time to start preparing some eggs, but only one will survive. This one grows the biggest, it's only 1 centimeter, but this grows bigger than all of the other eggs, and this is queen. This queen is gonna be the one that is prepared to be released, which is your ovulation phase, but that's another video. So basically, your pituitary gland is telling your body how much of each hormone to release. So your follicular stimulating hormone and your luteinizing hormone are being regulated by your pituitary gland. Estrogen helps your luteinizing hormone to increase because we're rebuilding the uterine lining. Your uterus is rebuilding the lining in order to create a space for your queen egg to grow. Once this happens, estrogen and all of your other hormones rise, and this prepares for the release of the egg, which is ovulation.
You got all that, honey?
Your energy is gonna start increasing during your follicular phase. You're probably gonna wanna do some cardio to release that energy. So kickboxing or running or doing some cardio videos on YouTube. At this time, you'll probably feel creative or even outgoing. This is a really great time to start a new hobby or a new exercise class. This is a really good time to brainstorm and to plan. If you have any challenges going on this week, now's a good time to tackle them because your problem-solving skills are really high during your follicular phase. Basically, you're building up your self-esteem and your confidence during this time in order to prepare to find a mate during your ovulation phase. Isn't that so cool? I think it's really cool, but that's what's going on right now. So you're probably gonna start to feel really good about yourself, as you should always. Estrogen is a natural appetite suppressant, which means you're not gonna be as hungry during this phase. Therefore, you won't need as much food because your body is metabolizing carbs more efficiently, as opposed, say, in your luteal phase where progesterone is high and it's preparing for pregnancy. It's starting to burn quicker in order for you to eat more, get more energy. But that's not what we're doing during this phase. Right now, you've got so much energy, your metabolism slows down. So that means you don't need to have as much to eat. Estrogen does not metabolize easily, so you'll need some extra support to eliminate those hormones from your body, because if you don't, they will just recirculate back into the body, which ends up being more toxic than helpful. And it causes all of your organs to overwork themselves. I like to think of my organs as a team. I worked at a restaurant before, and I can't imagine being a cashier, a cook, a server, and someone who's doing the dishes. It's just not efficient. It's the same way with your organs. You don't want to overwork one organ to overcompensate for another. You know, this is a great time to eat fermented foods. You really want to support your gut health at this time. Like I said, we're trying to eliminate any of the extra hormones in our body. In order to help with follicular development, we're looking for foods with calcium, with zinc. We also want to eat foods with a vitamin E and antioxidants. Since we're looking to eliminate, we're looking at high fiber foods as well. Now, Alyssa Vitti has a list of suggested foods to eat during each phase, and I have come up with a couple of recipes in order for you to incorporate the foods into your lifestyle. I want to put it out there, I'm a conscious eater. I am not vegetarian and I am not vegan, although I eat a lot of plant-based foods. I do eat meat. It's not a lot of meat, and it's high quality meat most of the time. And I like to substitute dairy whenever I can because I am prone to inflammation. I get eczema and I am prone to acne as well as bubble guts. So I try to stay away from dairy or limit my dairy intake as much as I can, but I listen to my body, and what's right for me may not be right for you. And what's right for you may not be right for me. So do your best with what you know and with what you have. Let's discuss some meal options. A typical breakfast during my follicular phase will be eggs, avocado toast, and some fruit. I boiled some eggs early in the week. They're great for fiber and protein. I also have some oranges. They offer antioxidants. Of course, you know about the vitamin C, but they also support your digestive function. I went for sprouted bread this week because it's higher in fiber and protein. It also offers vitamin B and C. Okay, avocado time. Please don't be ugly. Please don't be ugly. Yay! Save that for later. We'll be eating it for lunch. I just added some avocado. It's got soluble fiber that feeds your gut bacteria, which is what we want. It also increases antioxidant absorption. So we're gonna just smash that onto my toast. I added some nature seasoning and had that on the side. Delicious. So for snack, we'll make protein balls. It's peanut butter, oatmeal, flaxseed, honey, optional chocolate chips, and coconut. Throw them in a bowl, mix them up, roll out some balls, you put it in your fridge to kind of set, and then you take them out, put it in a container, and you have them for whenever you want to eat a little snack. I will have my protein balls, I will have my cashew yogurt because like I said, I don't eat dairy, and instead of almond yogurt, I'm going for cashew yogurt because cashews are the suggested nut during this time. I threw some blueberries into my yogurt just because I wanted a little pizzazz. Lunch, I had a sandwich and a salad. The key players in the salad were lettuce. I also added arugula later, freshly grated carrots, olives, which are her fermented foods, and some fresh feta. I added Caesar and I thought I went overboard, but after I mixed it up, it was just fine. Now for my sandwich. The key players in my sandwich were my sprouted bread. Once again, on my sprouted bread, I added some mustard for tang and some mayonnaise for creaminess. And then I added my avocado that I had from earlier in the day, just some more protein and some healthy fats to fill me up since this is a vegetarian sandwich. Added some pickles because those are our fermented food. Once again, we're supporting our gut health. Add some onion. I added arugula, some cheddar cheese just for some more protein and creaminess. I put my nature seasoning on my vegetables. If you don't season your vegetables, I don't know what you're doing. Then put that thing together and bam, a light but filling lunch, and I didn't even miss the meat. For my afternoon snack, I went for a charcuterie board. On the board, I had olives, which is our fermented food, broccoli, which promotes healthy bowels and digestion, and mango. It's got vitamin C, K, E, and B. And then I just had some goat cheese and crackers on the side. And for dinner, I went for a Cashew Alfredo. I try to limit my dairy, so I found this recipe. It'll be linked down below. I started the sauce with soaked cashews. I also added some lemon juice, almond milk, onion powder, nutritional yeast, salt, Italian seasoning, pepper, and then I just blended it all up until it was nice and creamy. It is insane how this came out. I added my cashew mixture to garlic and butter, and I just warmed that up, mixed it up together, and I did save some pasta water because you know that if you make homemade pasta sauce, you have to save that starchy goodness. So I mixed that together until it was nice and creamy, poured it over my pasta. This is an excellent meal to have during your follicular phase. The cashews offer zinc, iron, vitamin E, which helps with the follicular growth. We've got the peas that have fiber, which is great for your digestive health. It feeds the good bacteria. And then, of course, chicken. It's got the protein, and that's also on the suggested list for this week. Now you have a filling, nutritious, not to mention delicious meal. That's a typical day of what I would eat during my follicular phase. And I'll switch it up. So maybe some days I'll have a boiled egg or a fried egg or a scrambled egg. Some days chicken salad sandwich. One day I'll have oatmeal for breakfast or whatever. I tried to incorporate different recipes for each of those foods. You don't have to have those targeted foods for each meal of each day. But if your hormones are just like way out of whack, this is a really great way to start. I am kind of further into my journey, so I can kind of veer off every now and then, but I'm very aware of what phase I'm in, and I try to have at least one meal every single day that is targeted for my hormones. But anytime I do feel a little shift in my mood or my body, I will definitely go right back to that. It's like, I consider that food my medicine, and you should too. You are working with your body, not against your body. You won't have to have target foods for each meal each day of whatever phase you're in. This is the end of the follicular phase, and I hope that you are better informed of your body, and I hope that you have some new recipes that you can use. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll have a new video up next Friday.